Hello, kindergarten. So today we talked about a lot of different kinds of lines and also the colors in the rainbow. And we had a picture that looked like this that we saw on Canvas. And this is what we're going to use as our inspiration or kind of as a map for our drawing today. We're going to be making the background for a self-portrait. So I'm going to put this over here so that I can still see it. So maybe you want to pull this image up on your iPad so that you can see it. But first I'm going to get the colors that I need. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue. Now, in your crayon box, you might see like a lot of colors that look like blue. And so it's hard to know which one to pick. We want to find the one that starts with the letter B for blue. And it will tell you right here on the side of the crayon. This one says blue with the letter B. I want to find one that says blue because our next color here, see it says B for blue. Our next color starts with an I. Our next color is indigo. And so indigo is actually like a dark, dark blue. So you can find the one in your box that says indigo with a dark, dark blue. If you don't have indigo, that's okay. You can actually mix blue and purple together. And our last one here, violet. Same here. You might see a couple of purples. Purple and violet are the same thing. So you want to find the one that says violet with a V. Same letter that's right here, a V. So I have my colors. I'm going to put them over here on the side so I have them all ready. And I'm going to start with a red castle line. And a castle line goes over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down. I'm going to go back over that a couple of times so that my lines are nice and thick. This line is called a castle line because if you just look at part of it, it kind of looks like the roof of a castle. So you want to color that nice and red for our castle line. Remember, our castle line goes over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, up, over, down, over, all the way to the edge of the paper. So next I have orange, and the orange line kind of looks really similar to the green line. Can you guys see what's the difference between the orange line and the green line? Yep, the orange line is a thick line. That means it's kind of like a fat line, which really isn't something nice to say, but that's an easy way to remember it, is that there's a fat line and a skinny line. So orange is a thick line. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw a line, but I'm going to make it really wide or fat or thick. It's going to be big. There we go. Make it nice and orange for my thick orange line. The next one here is Y for yellow, and that line kind of looks like water. That's called a wavy line, wavy like the waves in the ocean. So I'm going to do my wavy line. I'm going to go back and forth over it a couple of times so again we can see it nice and yellow. All right, now we've moved to green, which is that thin line or skinny line. So I'm just gonna maybe I'll go over it 2 times so it's dark, but we just really want a nice skinny line. Next is blue, B for blue, and a broken line. It looks kind of like there was a straight line and somebody went and broke it into a bunch of little pieces. It also kind of looks like a bunch of little rectangles. So I'm going to draw my broken line. All right. Sometimes a broken line is just dash, 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 dash. It's just a straight line that got broken into a bunch of little pieces. So there's our broken line. It also kind of looks like the kind of line that's on a road when you're driving in the car. That's what kind of line that looks like. So next we have I for indigo. And that is a dotted line with a lot of dots or circles. So dot, 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 dot. So there is our dotted line. And last we have violet, which is the same as purple. And for that we have a zigzag line. If you turn it sideways, it looks kind of like a letter Z. Or if it's up, it looks like an M or maybe even a W. So it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. It looks maybe like some mountains. So again, I'm going to go over it a little bit to make it a little bit thicker so that we can see it. Nice and violet or purple. Violet and purple are the same thing. It just has 2 names. And this will be your background for your self-portrait, which we're going to talk more about next week. So your paper should look similar to this. If it looks a little bit different, that's okay. We just want to make sure that you know that there are different kinds of lines and the order of the colors in the rainbow. So good job, everybody. I hope you had fun, and I'll see you next week when we'll talk about your self-portrait.